And greetings, my dear fantasistas. It's been a while, and I guess welcome back to another event that not really that many people care about, but we're still gonna do it because why not? So, welcome to CS Asia Championship, and we'll have to man up and just enjoy what we see. Because the first games are best of one, and it's gonna be tough. Best of ones. Let's start with Ants versus Tyloo. Ants with a sub. Obviously, Diha can't play, so they gain a replacement. And if we take in consideration that Ants don't really care about CS2 yet, with all the rumors that Snappy is probably leaving to Falcons, maybe taking Sun Pius with them. Maybe, I'm not sure, but since Nico refused, I don't think that they're gonna get Monacy. So other than that, Sun Pius could be actually pretty decent pickup for the Falcons, and yeah, maybe even Nurse as well. But yeah, Nurse probably will be a great fit as well, and it's going to be only Maiden, and I don't think they want to take Maiden with them. Maybe they will, but whatever. Doesn't really make sense. So first game ends for Tyloo, and at this point, I believe that Tyloo probably gonna beat Ents in the first game, and then they're gonna move on to play Astralis in the best of three after that because Blame F is most likely just gonna destroy single-handedly Lin Vision. I'd love to see some resistance, but with MR13 and Astralis just being Astralis and Blame F and Device have too much firepower for Lin Vision probably to fight. However, there is a chance that Lin Vision can actually upset Astralis. But in general, I believe it's going to be Tyler versus Astralis in the upper final, and for some reason, I'm kind of leaning towards Astralis losing to Tyloo. Have no idea why, but I believe in Tyloo at this point. So that's kind of my prediction, and yeah, lower final is probably gonna be ends just taking another L against Lin Vision. So I don't see much happening there. Now next game, Mouse versus Wings Up. Once again, I don't see how Wings Up can compete versus Mouse, and this should be an easy win for Mouse. Phase versus NIP. Uh, if Max actually gonna play, which I don't think that we have confirmed that Alex gonna play. If it's gonna be Max, it's gonna be interesting then. But other than that, Phase just should sweep them up, and Phase versus Mouse, another easy game in terms of just sit down, chill, and enjoy the match. So no need to do any predictions over there. Like both teams in advance most likely, uh, and then we're gonna have most likely these two teams meet in the final again, right? So it doesn't matter which one gonna beat which one over here because they both most likely gonna meet up in the grand final again, and NIP probably gonna beat things up in a lower bracket, and then we're gonna have something like Mouse versus third place, probably Envision. Sorry, no, it's gonna be Ants against not Ants. Oh my god, um, Astralis over here versus the third team, which is gonna be NIP. Then we're gonna have the third team from this group, which is gonna be Linvision playing versus Face, most likely or Mouse, which I don't know. I kind of lean towards Mouse beating Face in that game, and again, Mouse will be playing Wings Up in the first game, so most likely they're gonna farm a lot of points. And I believe that Mao is probably gonna take the whole thing because the semi-final that they're gonna have is probably gonna be something like Astralis versus NIP. I'd say Astralis versus NIP because NIP have pretty good chance to beat Tyloo, or even if Tyloo beats NIP, Mao's gonna play Tyloo, right? So kind of obvious. When on the other side, it's probably gonna be Astralis versus FaZe in the other semi-final, and yeah, that one can be tough. But again, like most likely, Mao's gonna go all the way to the final. I do believe that we can actually gamble on Mouse, but the prices for Mouse players are just a little bit ridiculous. But Frozen in first game, I don't think he's gonna have a lot of action. Most likely, he's gonna be Exertion that's gonna have a lot of fun, and Shuhi probably gonna be doing pretty well. Then Twist for that price is a great pickup. However, uh, I believe in Tai Lu, so I'll try to pick one of these guys for cheap price. And now I just have to pick which one. At this point, I like Yam Young a bit more, and probably more Messi. Let's call him Messi, right? Uh, I prefer to go for this type of a lineup. When on the other side, I can try and say fit Kerrigan in there, which is not the smartest idea, but I'll have 199k left, which will leave me with not the best options, but Star. Now I'm just completely winning this guy. Uh, Double IGL, I don't like this, but mm, pretty decent. But if we look at the event overview and we look at the most picked players, majority people think that FaZe gonna probably beat everyone. However, even as a FaZe fan, I am in doubt. I'd love them to beat everyone, but at this point, probably mouse picks make a little bit more sense. Hmm. And if I go for this type of lineup, this can actually work because even if I look at the Astralis prices, Blame F228 most likely gonna farm up, but then they're gonna be probably in a lower final, sorry, in a lower final, upper final facing Tai Lu, and I believe that Tai Lu gonna beat them. So mm, I don't know. I can try and figure out if I can actually try and go for some sort of like a blame F carry com, but again, it doesn't really make sense for me. So mouse prices are ridiculous, but 213, 216, sorry, it's basically the same thing. So Xerxion most likely gonna have a better impact than Jimpa. Then Shuhi against some noob teams he can do pretty well. And then once again, I'm gonna go for Messiah and Yem Young. And is it worth picking config? I don't know. Astralis players, once again, against Lin Vision, it might actually make sense to pick an Astralis player, but definitely not Borup. So, mm, however, you know what? I hate Borup pick, but it might actually make sense. Unless I want to do this and go for Mercury instead, and then I can afford Star. You know what? I like Yem Young, but I have Messi already in the team, and Yem Young probably gonna do well as well. But you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna go for a little bit of Astralis gamble because even though Star is quite shitty player right now, there is still a chance. There is a hope, and I probably think that that's the more sensible idea. Leader on Shuhi with all these changes is not the best. More Masai is not an OPA, so support-ish or attacker or multifrag. Probably multifrag is the best option for him. Star, probably support, and yeah, an entry frag on Mercury. So um, baited most likely, yes. Uh, against Ants Avenger, Star against Envision. Um, Probably consistency or nade kill. 22 bet. What am I? Support role. You know what? Let's go for feeling 22. So yeah, this is probably the one of the most ridiculous lineups that I'm going to. And as a face supporter, I hope the face wins, but at this point, kind of believe in youngsters from Mouse a little bit more. And yeah, as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you when I see you.